In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 23, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Denver Nuggets versus Cleveland Cavaliers. It's an interconference battle on the hardwood as a pair of teams on the right side of the playoff cut line in their respective conferences take the floor in search of a victory on the shores of Lake Erie. The Denver Nuggets are on the road as they make the trip up the eastern seaboard to face the Cleveland Cavaliers Thursday night. Denver took down Dallas 118-109 at home in their most recent game last Wednesday, covering the line as a 6.5-point favorite. Cleveland fell 118-112 on the road in their previous contest last Wednesday, losing outright as a 2-point favorite to the 76ers. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Nuggets own a 52-43 advantage, including a 121-108 home win in the first meeting this season on January 6th. The Nuggets are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Cavaliers are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 home games and 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The under is 5-2-1 in Nuggets' last 8 road games. The over is 5-1 in Cavaliers' last 7 Thursday games. The Nuggets have listed Reggie Jackson as day-to-day and Aaron Gordon is still currently listed as out, while the Cavaliers have listed Ricky Rubio and Cedi Osman as day-to-day. Both teams come into this meeting with plenty of momentum. It's hard to split these 2 teams at the moment, so I'm not surprised by the line. The Denver Nuggets in the underdog role is attractive, but they're not the same team on the road as they are at home, and that's an issue in this game in particular. The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of the best home teams in the league, where they win by an average of 9 points and shoot 49.5% from the field. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Denver has seen the under post a 30-28-1 record on the year. The Nuggets are below average in the league when it comes to tempo as they enter this game 19th in the league in tempo with 98.7 possessions a night. Denver is 20th in the league in turnovers by committing 14.9 turnovers per contest. Cleveland has seen the under post a 33-28 record in their games on the year entering the second half of the year. The Cavaliers lead the league in scoring defense while ranking near the top third of the league in turnovers as they commit 13.9 per game. Cleveland is the slowest team in the league in terms of tempo as they are 30th with an average of 95.5 possessions per contest. With both teams rested and potentially back to full strength, this one likely ends up over the mark, as each of the last 2 meetings have. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Celtics versus Indiana Pacers. The All-Star Weekend is now in the rearview mirror and the NBA season making a push toward the playoffs. For the Boston Celtics, their push will be about trying to earn the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference and getting back to the NBA Finals. For Indiana, the Pacers will likely be battling for a spot in the play-in portion of the playoffs. On Thursday, the Celtics will head to Indiana to take on the Pacers. The Celtics are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games following against the spread win and 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Pacers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Thursday games and 5-12 against the spread in their last 17 games overall. The over is 4-0 in Celtics' last 4 overall. The under is 5-1 in Pacers' last 6 home games. The Celtics are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. The Celtics are keeping eyes on Robert Williams and Mike Muscala, who are both listed as day-to-day, while the Pacers are sweating on the availability of Kendall Brown, Daniel Theis, and Isaiah Jackson, who are all day-to-day. It was a weekend to remember for Jason Tatum, who grabbed All-Star Game MVP honors after dropping 54 155 points and leading Team Giants to a 184-175 win on Sunday. Tottenham became the first Celtic to win the award since Larry Bird in 1982, solidifying his case as one of the best players to wear the green jersey. But he and the Celtics have a much bigger goal this season, and that is to win the NBA championship. With 23 games remaining, they are first in the East, with a half-game edge over the Bucks, so they'll want to keep the momentum going. They've been on a solid run against Indiana, winning 13 of the last 17 meetings. However, covering the spread has been an issue over the last 5, as they've gone just 1-4 against the spread. The Pacers also had a representative in the All-Star game. Tyrese Halliburton had 18 points as a reserve for Team LeBron in his first appearance. He is still improving after returning from a nasty elbow injury which caused him to miss almost a month. Since his return, Indy has only 2 wins in 8 games, so there is still a ton of work left to be done as they try to move up the East standings and catch one of the play-in tournament spots. Despite the poor run, they've been able to stay in games against Atlantic Division teams, covering the spread 11 times in their last 15 such games. Aside from Daniel Theis, who could return to the lineup after recovering from a thumb injury, the Pacers don't have any other significant injuries at the moment. Indiana won the first meeting in late December, proving they can hang with this team. Jaylen Brown is wearing a mask because of his facial injury, so that might affect his play. The Boston Celtics obviously have the ability to blow the doors off here, but who knows what the break has done for both sides. The Celtics also win on the road by an average of just 2.5 points. The Indiana Pacers are 19-13 against the spread at home, and they lose as underdogs by an average of 4 points. Line feels a little too rich. All in all, I believe that the Pacers have enough to keep this one close, so the Indiana Pacers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Celtics and Pacers have combined for 227 points over their last 10 meetings, with the over cashing 7 times during that stretch. However, with 7 days since their last game, I think both sides will come out of the break a little flat, and it could take them some time to shake off the rust. Boston also has a habit of going under the total quite often on the road this season. Their record reads 8-19-1 on the over-under. They've finished under in 4 of their last 5 away from home, while for Indiana this has happened in 6 of their last 9 overall and in 5 of the last 6 at home. The teams combined for 31 threes in the first meeting of the season, and they still finished with just 229 points between them. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons vs. Orlando Magic. The NBA returns from the All-Star break with a full slate of games on Thursday, including the Orlando Magic hosting the Detroit Pistons. The Magic come in with a record of 24-35, while the Pistons are 15-44, last in the Eastern Conference. Detroit has beaten the Magic twice already this season, both times at home, and has won 3 straight over Orlando overall. The Pistons are 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 Thursday games. The Magic are 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 Thursday games and 24-11 against the spread in their last 35 games overall. The over is 5-2-1 in Pistons' last 8 games playing on 3 or more days rest. The under is 5-1 in Magic last 6 overall. The Pistons are 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 meetings. The Pistons are still missing Marvin Bagley and Nerlens Noel, while the Magic are keeping eyes on Cole Anthony and Jonathan Isaac, who are both listed as day-to-day. The Magic and Pistons are headed in different directions leading into the second half of the year. Detroit is at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, losing 5 of 6 before the break and gauging their pieces for next season. Orlando won 3 straight before losing against Toronto, but they are 4 games back of a playoff spot. Considering they were not expected to compete for anything special this year, that is a promising development for such a young team. The Pistons haven't been able to sustain any sort of a run this season. They lost 5 of 6 games heading into the break, and they really have little to play for at this stage of the season. The Magic were on a nice run before they got stopped by the Raptors in their last outing, but their young core are playing well together at the moment, and I believe that they can take care of business at home against this Pistons squad. The Orlando Magic continue to be a sneaky team that covers numbers and is slowly finding ways to win games. The Detroit Pistons have been fade material all season long, as they entered the break losing their last 5 games by an average of 10 points, and they lose on the road by an average of 9 points. Look for Banchero to establish himself against an awful Detroit front line, and the Magic to come away with an easy victory coming out of the break. So the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Pistons and Magic are in the middle of the pack with respect to the pace of play entering this Eastern Conference meeting. To nobody's surprise, Detroit is 29th in defensive rating as they typically run track meets, allowing opposing teams to routinely drop 120-plus points per game. It is a lost season for Detroit, and they will trot out whatever young talent is at their disposal, and that means bad shots and bad defense. The total number has gone under in 6 of Detroit's last 9 games. Both clubs will put up their fair share of points. Orlando is not exactly a juggernaut defensively, ranked 19th in rating. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.